Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to today's reading. Today we are feeding off of the energy of the super blue sturgeon moon. It's a super moon, it's a blue moon, meaning it's the second full moon of the month. And it's also known as the sturgeon moon in August. It is a full moon in Aquarius. So we are going to ask our guides and spirit to give us the messages that are most pertinent in this beautiful energy that we're working with today. And to start, as always, I'm going to be shuffling the Black Moon Astrology Oracle cards to get an idea of what energy and subjects we are working with today. So we're going to get started and see what comes up for us. Jupiter return benefits. We'll get one more. And Saturn return age. Okay, so we have the two return cards here, which are very powerful. Number 49 and number 50. So there is a progression here with the numbers. There's a whole lot of energy coming in. Give me a moment to decipher all of this. Put this one up here. So I am familiar with Saturn return. I'm not too familiar with Jupiter return. That one doesn't want to stay. So let me look at the guidebook here and see if I can get some insight to this Jupiter return, number 49. Where are we? Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. A Jupiter return occurs every 12 years. This marks the time the largest and most expansive of planets returns to the original place of when you were born. Turning up the Jupiter return card indicates a period when doors are open to you and obstacles are lifted. You are given the freedom to advance your goals with absolute abandon. It suggests you will soon be entering a time where you encounter less resistance and life should flow much easier. The Jupiter return card is the green light that gives the go-ahead. All paths are now clearing and you are to take the utmost advantage of this. Goals or plans you started more than a decade ago will begin to bear fruit, either right now or at least very soon. Something very good is about to emerge from the debris of the past. It could be a thing you felt you lost or something that did not work out exactly as you had hoped. It may even be a plan you have forgotten about that once again comes into your life to make some remarkable changes in advance. Good fortune and prosperity in many areas, not just financial or material. Dreams manifest into reality at this time. Gifts flow in easily. It is also time to be aware of how you approach matters of your own spirituality, faith, and destiny. There is a rapidness to Jupiter, so it's important to grab a hold of anything that surfaces. Yeah, I got something about time here with the Saturn return. So don't let go. Investigate the possibilities this might bring. It is not a good time to get carried away, though. It is always important with Jupiter to keep a clear head. So, corresponding tarot card is the Chariot. Key ideas are earned luck, fortune, rewards, profits, an auspicious year, the future, and aspiration. So while I was getting all this energy coming through before I deciphered through the guidebook, I did get something about time here. And Saturn return represents age. It also represents timing. So age being like you only have so many years to your life, right? The age 60 is really important for Saturn return. Saturn return happens every 29 years or so, on average every 30 years. So depending on where you're at right now, think about your age, and each cycle of Saturn return offers a new beginning. So Jupiter return with benefits offers a new beginning in luck, opportunity, expansion, abundance, growth. And Saturn return offers the opportunity to really take notice of how far you've come or how you can improve yourself moving forward with the knowledge and the experience that you have gained throughout your lifetime. So these two cards together are really important right now, especially with this energy of the super blue full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the way shower. Aquarius is the archer. So the arrow representing forward movement and going into the unknown. Like there's a target most of the time when you're aiming an arrow at something, but you don't always know exactly where it's going to land. And sometimes arrows are used for guidance. Back in the day, in order to communicate with someone or send a signal, they would send a flaming arrow up into the sky, right? So it may be metaphor to look out for signs. You may have been given signs. You may see synchronicities. I'm getting the number 777, 444, 1313 for some people, 1313. So if you're seeing these signs, it's something trying to tell you that there's a path here. And it's the timing of it is really important. So don't waste time. Don't put things off. Don't procrastinate, because these gifts are in that moment when you take heed of the opportunities that are given to you. Very powerful. All right, we're going to draw some tarot cards now. I'm going to start with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I have cleansed and pre-shuffled the deck. So I'll ask Spirit to give us the most pertinent, transformative messages today. The energy of Aquarius, this full moon. Jupiter return, Saturn return. We have the Five of Cups, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Judgment in reverse. Two more, please. We have the Chariot. Look at all these major arcana. And the King of Swords in reverse. All right. Ooh, I'm getting chills already. So I'm going to be reading these based on this side with the Jupiter return messages, this side with the Saturn return messages. So we have 3 and 3, okay? Five of Cups with benefits. So this is a message of holding yourself back from receiving all of the abundance, the joy, the love, the kind of life that you ultimately want to live. But there's something from the past, many things from the past, that you're focused on. Rather than what you already have here, you're focused on what has transpired in the past, what you may have lost, and what is not there currently. So I'm getting the message, and I had Mindset Reset webinar. I hosted a Mindset Reset webinar on Sunday that talked a lot about this. So I know that this is in the energy. And this is something that a lot of people are experiencing right now with all the transitions and the shifts going on with the spiritual healing and the ascension process that is happening on planet Earth at this time. We are being asked to clear out the past. We are being asked to get rid of all of these, or allow all of these fallen petals and flowers to float away. Because the ones that we're cultivating, the new buds, the new growth, in fact, we're going into the autumn season very soon here in the Northern Hemisphere. In fact, the temperature drastically changed today. We've had high 80s weather for quite some time. And as of today, it's 60 degrees outside. So I'm in a sweatshirt and sweatpants and noticing that there's a great change happening all around, not just with the energy, but also with the seasons. So thinking about the seasons, we have to allow nature, the cycles, to flow and to allow the stuff that no longer serves. It's done its part. It's had its time. We need to allow that to fall away in order to make room for the new. So this is heeding the message of not holding on to things that are meant to go. We want to hold on for dear life because that is what we know, and that is familiar. But ultimately, we are holding ourselves back from actually receiving all of the new growth that is trying to come in. Next, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Two of Pentacles is an energy of indecisiveness, but it's also having a lot on your plate. So essentially, when we're overwhelmed with so many options or so many things that we feel like we are supposed to be doing or have to do, we have a tendency to get overwhelmed, and then a lot of us end up doing absolutely nothing. Because that overwhelm triggers our brain to be in a state of anxiety, depression, and procrastination, which I can resonate with very much because I'm the queen of procrastination. But when I find, if you look around, it's like, you have to clean the house. And you see that, there's so much to do, and you feel like you're the only one who does it. And it's like, okay, well, if I start with the kitchen, then you start with the kitchen, and then you get distracted by something else, and then you get distracted by something else, and then eventually you realize that you made a bigger mess than what you actually started with. So then you get upset with yourself for whatever, and then you stop doing it. So then your house ends up being even more messy than when you started with the intention of cleaning. So that's pretty much where we're at right now in this energy. Many, many of us are going through this. And this is a part of the process of clearing out all of the heaviness that has been built up in our bodies, in our cells, in our minds, in our consciousness, in our subconsciousness for a very, very long time. All of this programming. So we're essentially at war with ourselves inside to determine where we're at right now, as opposed to where we want to be, and what needs to be let go of in order to get there. But then our worries, our fears, all of the things that hold us back are resurfaced, and we're asked to actually deal with them and determine if we're going to allow them to hold us back, or if we're going to take that leap into something new. The Chariot is that action being taken. The Chariot is that forward movement. It's that brave leap into moving, no matter what happens. I'm going to continue forward. Even if it's small steps, even if it seems like it's the smallest steps you could possibly make, even just practicing self-care. I took a shower today. I ate a healthy meal today. I got out of bed today. I made that important phone call today. I didn't put off anything that I was supposed to do today, just for today. And you just go about that every single day, just for today, just for today. You don't need to think about next week. You don't need to think about 3 years from now. Day to day, moment to moment, you take that step. And that is what is being asked in this transitional period now. Because these benefits that are being spoken of, that life that your soul craves and so desperately wants, cannot be birthed into this timeline until you, the creator of your reality, take the steps to allow what is from the past, that old version of you, allow that to be passed on, to no longer keep yourself procrastinating, overwhelmed. Let your brain, your subconscious mind, hold you back, and to just overpower. Take the first step and be courageous moving forward. That is the path that needs to be taken. On the other hand, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse with Saturn return. This is karma. Saturn return does speak of karma in a way that it says a lot of things are brought up in order to be healed at these intervals in your life. You're being given an opportunity to become greater than you were before. And anything that you did not heal in the past is being brought up at this point in time, because as you age, it is assumed that you have learned many things along the way, that you've gained knowledge, you've gained experience, so you can handle the things that come up to be cleared out when the time comes. If you do not meet those milestones, then they will be brought up again to be cleared out again. This is karma. Okay? So it's stating that there's been a couple of these moments, not necessarily 30-year gaps. You have the Jupiter return every 12 years. You have the Saturn return every 30 years. So these in-betweens are milestones that are meant to be taken advantage of, because the energy, the planetary alignments are in perfect harmony, as you can see. All of these wheels working together. If one doesn't work, none of the other ones work, okay? And the thing that actually powers them is the heart and time. You can see here. Can't focus on that. She has a watch and the heart. So both of these cards, when it comes to Jupiter return and Saturn return, are talking about time. In reverse, it's stating that some of these milestones are not being met. And the reason for that is because of the Five of Cups right here. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And you're not taking action. You're allowing the past to hold you back. You're allowing your subconscious mind and all the things that it tells you, that you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you can't get it done, it's not going to work. Whatever it is that's underneath all of that surface level stuff keeps you from taking action. And we're missing out on these milestones. And the more milestones you miss out on, the more that it builds up to be taken care of in the next milestone. Judgment. So you can see in this card, she is an angel. She has wings. And she is above the city here. And she has a trumpet. The trumpet represents a warning. It represents a call to action. Divine call to action. This is Spirit saying that you have been given many, many opportunities. You've been given the signs. Your ancestors, your guides have been speaking to you. You've asked for things. You've asked for signs. You've asked for clarity. You've been receiving that. Everything that you've asked for. And yet, everything over here has kept you from listening. Truly listening. Time is running out to meet these milestones in this ascension process. Especially for a lot of those who consider themselves light workers. If you're an empath, if you're an earth angel, you're here on a mission. And that mission is time sensitive. That mission has a goal that it needs to accomplish in the planetary alignments and in the energy of how and when these things can take place in order to have the greatest impact in a positive way. I speak often to those who are a part of the 144,000, the legions of Archangel Michael. If you resonate with that, then this is speaking to you directly. Because this call to action, this warning, this call to arms is getting stronger and stronger, and you cannot hide from it. You can't hide from your destiny. You can try all you want. The only one that you're hurting is yourself. Because these things don't go away. Those feelings of dread, those feelings of misery, those feelings of being stuck, those feelings of procrastination and unworthiness continue to grow until you realize the absolute truth that you've been ignoring for a very, very long time. The King of Swords is a masculine energy that sees and understands and acts from a place of truth. The King of Swords does not deal with outside influences telling him who he can and cannot be. He cuts them out. He stands in his power. Archangel Michael holds the sword of truth. He is the King of Kings. He is the epitome of what God is in human form. Some people say that Jesus was the incarnation, the human aspect of Archangel Michael. Michael, the name Michael, means he who is like God. So you're being asked to understand who you really are and to cut through the bullshit of who you're not. So you can heed the call and serve your purpose in the way that you were created to be, to serve. And to stand firm in your power to be the leader that you were meant to be for the people who need you the most. Your soul tribe. There is some kind of gift that you've been given from the divine that is meant to be shared with the collective in order to serve your purpose here on Gaia. So I want to get some clarification on this King of Swords. The Hermit. Yep. Getting to know who you are. So many distractions. So many distractions. Avoidance of doing the inner work. Sitting with yourself. Sitting with your feelings. Allowing yourself to feel. Getting so caught up in your head. Swords represent the mind. They represent air. So, distracting yourself maybe having addictions to things, shopping, sex, food, smoking, drugs, people, external validation, social media, television, whatever the case may be. Anything that is a distraction is an addiction. If you're being honest with yourself, you're addicted to the distraction, not necessarily the thing. We have both King of Swords here, the masculine and the feminine. In this deck, there are two kings, one female and one male. So this is a war between the balance of your masculine and feminine energy, which I totally understand. The masculine is a doer. The feminine is a receiver. The doing part is where we are having an issue, according to all these other cards here. But in this case, we're also having an issue with receiving, because we know that in order to receive the life that we want to live and all of the benefits that go along with that, we have to do something. We want the receiving, we want to get all the things that we want, but we don't want to take the action in order to get there. That's not how it works. As you can see, she is taking this needle and she is putting it up into the sky and taking all the stars and threading them around her dress. She's wearing them. I want to look into the book here and see what these two represent, so we can get the difference between them. And that's weird. I literally opened up to them in the book here. King of Swords. On this card, the King of Swords is represented as a Japanese samurai. He is a well-respected authority and a master in using the sword, which represents his intellectual power. He can be confronted with any problem and manage to keep a clear, logical mind. The bird's eye reflects his ability to react quickly and intuitively. The blue color surrounding him symbolizes the breadth of the king's knowledge. Reverse meaning overly analytical, abuse of power, confusion, rash action. Female King of Swords. Instead of a sword, the female King of Swords is holding a large needle up into the sky. This needle is so sharp that the king can pluck the shining stars from the universe and sew them onto her sparkling dress. The king's crown demonstrates that she possesses stellar gifts of intellectual power and mental clarity. She has the authority that compels people to listen to her, and she can see the truth in all matters. The stars symbolize the infinite knowledge that exists in the universe. Upright, mental adaptness, intellectual prowess, insightful, quick learner, problem solver, and ethics. So the difference between these two. In the reverse meaning of the King of Swords, overly analytical, caught up in your head, abuse of your power, confusion, rash action. Upright, female King of Swords, mental adeptness, intellectual prowess, insightful, quick learner, problem solver, ethics. So they both have the same meanings, upright and reversed, which I'm just noticing. But I'm getting that this is literally the war within that I was referring to. The knowledge that you have the power to create the life of your dreams. You know that it's in your hands. This is the intuitiveness of the feminine, right? This is the ability to be able to see future timelines. That is the power of the feminine. The masculine, his strength is his mind. The feminine, her strength is her heart. So when these two are out of balance, that knowledge that we have doesn't go anywhere. It sits, it waits, it expects the outside world to give something, to come save you, to do the work for you. And quite frankly, this is how society has taught us to be dependent on external factors in order to receive what we want and need. But things are changing. Can't survive like that anymore. What happens when you are completely reliant on society and the way society is in order to survive? Minimum wage doesn't cover your bills. You can't even afford to have a place to live. Okay? If you don't have skills or, the so-called qualifications in order to get a job that's going to pay you at least $30 an hour, minimum $30 an hour, you can't survive. So using your intellect and your knowledge and your skills and all these things that have been accumulated throughout your life to create the life that you know you deserve and that you want, and that is not keeping you in suffering, not keeping you in this wheel all the time, which only causes more anxiety, which causes more procrastination, which causes more illness in the mind and the body. It is time to do something about it. I would like some clarification on the Chariot. I'm going to use a Light Seers deck. And we have the Three of Wands. One more, please. Seven of Cups. Oh, there's two here. Okay. Right. So the Seven of Cups is too many options, which is where essentially the Two of Pentacles came out here. And that's where the indecisiveness and the overwhelm comes from. Too many options. Too many things on your plate. And not all things are created equal, as you can see. The cups, most of the cups look the same. But underneath, there are many different things that you don't even know what's under there. So his confusion is like, okay, well, I could pick this one, which could lead somewhere else. Or I could pick this one, which could be something bad. Or I could pick this one. It looks different than all of the other ones, but I don't really know what's underneath it. So many things in the mind and in the heart. This is overwhelmed. Cups represent emotion. So this is a huge factor in why all of these are coming out. Three of Wands was the one that came out first, and this is stepping into the unknown. Knowing that you have all the things that you need in order to accomplish your goals. She's a surfer, right? In order to surf, you have to have a surfboard. She knows that the water is right there, and all she has to do is step off the shore. But there she is, still standing there, waiting. Waiting for the perfect wave, maybe. Sometimes that's wise. But other times, if you wait for the perfect wave, if you're like, oh, well, this wave's coming and it seems okay, but no, I'm going to wait for a better one, you may not get that better one. The better one may never come. So you're going to stand there on the edge of the shore just waiting. Waiting for something bigger, waiting for something better. Waiting, whatever the excuses that you're giving yourself. Procrastination from the overwhelm instead of taking action. And this is what you want. Ten of Cups represents emotional fulfillment, ultimate happiness, partnership, love, connection, all the things. But you can't have it if you continuously be only halfway there. You stop halfway. You stop halfway and you wait. And you wait. And you wait. Oh, something better. Or even if that's something better comes up, you make excuses as to why you can't. There's inaction here. You cannot manifest the life of your dreams if you are not willing to take action on the things that can get you there. This is the promise that I made to myself most recently because I've been wanting to put readings on YouTube for a very, very long time. I've been called to do that. This judgment here, this trumpet has been calling me for some time. I can relate to everything that I'm talking about in this reading right now. It is also speaking to me as I'm speaking to you. I made the decision that I was going to heed the call and be more consistent with myself because I'm the only one who can decide what kind of life I want to live. I want the freedom to be able to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it, wherever I want to do it. I want the freedom to be able to serve in the way that God put me here to serve, the people that I'm here to serve, in a way that is beneficial to everyone, including myself. I've been putting it off. I've been procrastinating. I've been doubting. I've been holding myself back. And it has literally made me sick with depression and anxiety and just horrible feeling of dread and doubt that has kept me completely stagnant. And if I look at my life, I can see how it has affected my life. Financially, in all of my relationships, my health, my mental health, every single aspect of my life. And I'm doing it to myself. And the only way that I could realize that I was doing it to myself is if I was willing to go within and admit the truth about what was happening. It's not anybody else's fault. It's not anybody else's doing. Nobody's doing it to me. It's my choice. So if I got here by my choices, and I look around and I'm not happy with my life, then I understand that the choices that I make create my reality. Well, if I don't like where I'm at, then I just need to make different choices. And no longer stand on the edge, wishing, hoping, waiting. Isn't that a song? Wishing, hoping, waiting. Jack Johnson? Is that a Jack Johnson song? Something like that. Maybe that's significant with somebody. But this is where we're at right now. Many of us being called to take action on a whole different path that we've wanted to traverse for a very, very long time. Because that is our soul's calling. But our mind wants to keep us safe, familiar territory. But it's okay to step out of that. You have to retrain your brain to let your brain know that it's absolutely safe to do different things. You're not going to die. In fact, you're more likely to suffer and die if you stay on the path that you're on right now. Because you can't financially support yourself. You need money in order to live. You need food. You need shelter. Not to mention you need connection. Right? So if you're not putting yourself out there and you're staying alone, isolating yourself wherever you're at, addicted to social media and your distractions, you're not serving your purpose. Because your purpose is with people. Purpose is always with people. There's no purpose that doesn't involve people. I hope this is resonating with someone. If it is, please, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you can admit it to yourself, say yes in the comments. Just say yes. And that's enough to start this journey of self-acceptance, personal responsibility, to start creating the life that you want to live. It's all up to you. You don't have to do it alone. Absolutely not. You do not have to do it alone. But you have to take that step on your own. That first step. Once you take that first step, I can tell you that those people who are on the same journey as you are will find you and support you. Ooh. The Uncharted Sea. The Uncharted Sea. Okay, this is a perfect card to end the reading today. By the way, this is the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Beautiful deck. I love using this. The Uncharted Sea. We're going to read from the book for this one. Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed. She's an amazing card creator. I have multiple of her decks. Many of her decks. Number 46. Let's see. What energy is this in? The energy of thought, which goes along very much to where we're at today. Talking about too many choices, procrastination, avoidance, anxiety, depression. This is all in the mind, okay? We're talking about the mind. The Uncharted Sea. Can't see. I'm literally going blind in my left eye. So my glasses don't really work for me that well anymore. So please forgive me if I stumble over my words here while I'm trying to read. Key concepts. Stepping into the unknown without a map. Da, da, da. Moving beyond your comfort zone. Choosing to do things differently. Trusting in the ebb and flow of life. Being in the dark and letting curiosity lead. The faith that all will be well. Okay, so that stood out to me. Being in the dark and letting curiosity lead. The Hermit. Being in the dark. Being okay with being in the dark with yourself. With only yourself. Your comfort zone is sometimes exactly that. A safe, familiar harbor. I'm getting goosebumps. A safe, familiar harbor you finally come to in yourself. You have a sense that you don't need more than what is available right where you've landed in life. Now, however, is not one of those times. Like the archetypical hero's journey, the universe is inviting you to step into uncharted waters. Something is stirring. Adventure is calling. You may want to resist this urge because it will involve leaving your comfort zone. But embarking on this journey is essential for your well-being. Navigating the uncharted aspects of yourself means you won't have a map because no one else has ever been here. On this journey, you cannot rely on the help you would typically expect from others who have gone before you. This new territory is yours to explore. You're invited to be a pioneer, a path maker, a magical cartographer who draws your map with your own life force as the ink. This is the day to dive into a novel experience and fully immerse yourself in the new. You don't know what this sea of possibility has in store for you, so stay curious and refrain from judgment or the need to label. Give yourself the time and freedom to be curious without the limitations and boundaries projected by your memories or expectations. Ta-da! I can't make this shit up, y'all. You are in an amazing place right now, and you will never be the same for surveying these waters. Timing is everything. I cannot emphasize that enough. I am getting chills down my spine. This is truth from the divine. Timing is now. Do not procrastinate. Do not put this off. Do not continue with these processes and these habits of staying stuck, staying stagnant, waiting, hoping, wishing. This life that you want to live is available to you. It's available to all of us if we choose to take that leap. If we fully decide that our mind doesn't get to tell us who we are or what we get to have, our heart does. Our mind is there to keep us safe. Thank you for keeping me safe. Thank you for giving me the knowledge and the wherewithal to not go fight a bear, right? So I don't die. That is your brain. Otherwise, your heart is the one that guides you. You must have both. You must have a beautiful relationship with both. I am worthy of receiving, and I give myself permission to go get what I want. I hope this speaks to you on a level that activates your soul and puts hope and positivity into your life and allows you to take that step towards living the life of your dreams. Because it's not just a dream. You have these desires and this soul deep calling for a reason. Do yourself a favor and listen. There is nothing here that can stop you besides you. You have a beautiful opportunity right in front of you right now. Right now. Right now. All of the benefits are here. All of them. And I'm just noticing this beautiful couple in the background. This is the masculine and feminine coming together, okay? Right here. In unity within yourself. And also, if you're looking for love, this may be something that's in the works for you as well. But you need to take action on taking care of yourself first. This is not expecting someone to come save you from yourself. This is not using a relationship to feel better about yourself or feel like without it you have nothing. This is about you. All about you. I thank you for tuning in today. I hope that you're inspired. I wish you all the best of love, prosperity, abundance, joy, clarity, gratitude, all of it moving forward. Thank you. If anyone is interested in receiving a personal reading, please message me. I am open. My schedule is open. I'm more than happy to guide you on the next steps if that is what you are called to do. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.